Hello, and welcome back to the HalfSword Championship. You are watching the 10th HalfSword Championship, and today, to celebrate this landmark, we've got a very special event for you. 10 fights between the very best, and maybe some of the worst, that HalfSword has to offer. Let's take a look at the pound-for-pound rankings. We've got the Men-at-Arms, still your champions. The Dark Knights go to second place, and the Veterans and Halberdiers make their appearance in the top 5 as well. The first fight we have for you here today is an exhibition match between the Farmers, the Axemen brothers, and the Swordsmen, in a free-for-all between the three sides. Let's see who comes out on top. Now on paper, the Swordsmen do have the best odds here, having beaten both of these teams before, but in a match like this, you never know what's going to happen. The Swordsman with a decapitation earlier, beautiful 1-2, takes the head off that Axeman who, for some reason, thought he could run at the three Swordsmen on his own. He won't be making that mistake again, that's for sure. One farmer goes down in the corner to an Axeman. One Swordsman is down already. One of the Swordsmen down, that is huge. The other two seem to be very patient, taking their time, playing very passively here, letting the others do all the work for them. We have one farmer and one swordsman locked into it in the corner. And the other swordsman looks like he's getting closed in on. They're swinging, but no one seems to be taking a hit at the moment. The swordsman versus the farmer is an intense duel on the right hand side here. He is bloodied, he is limping. That farmer is putting in work. One more Axeman down, we're now down to 2. Oh no, another one is down, we're down to 1, and the other's gone. The Axemen are down, I'm counting them down. 3 of them, 2 of them, 1 of them, they're out. Now we just have 3 farmers versus the 2 swordsmen. The swordsman's been disarmed. What are these farmers on today? That was a beautiful move to disarm the swordsman, and now he has a slightly smaller sword. And the swordsman on the right looks battered. I'm not sure if he's in a fighting condition anymore. Are the farmers really going to take this exhibition match win? It'd be a great win for them. The 2 swordsmen look bloody, they're so battered. I don't know if they have any chance here, and that swordsman's been disarmed, and I think the other one's down. And so is he. He's on his knees. That is it. The farmers have won this exhibition match. It was a great showing from them. Coming in with 5 men and leaving with 3 in a match like this is very impressive. Well, straight on to the next fight. We have Richard Sheepheart and John Hackjaw. Now this is a beef match. These two have a personal issue with each other, as you don't really see peasants fighting each other in the HalfSword Championship. But on this occasion, they reached out to us and said they want to settle this on the arena floor. And we said, why not? So here we have it. Richard Sheepheart. He called John's maiden daughter a harlot, something which John could not take lightly, and he is here to defend the honor of his maiden daughter. And he's been watching every event at the tavern. He is a massive fan of the HalfSword Championship. Let's see if he picked up any tricks from watching the pros. Both sides come out holding their chosen candlesticks. We said they could choose whatever they want for the fight, and both of them, for some reason, chose a candlestick. Bit of a strange one, I'm not too sure what happened there. They got locked in for a moment. This is very intense, they're staring into each other's eyes. I'm not sure if you can hear, but they are hurling insults at each other. Despite their amateur status, they're swinging these candlesticks around. It's a massive hit to the face, his nose is definitely broken. He's bleeding all over the place, and another to the back of the head, and he's down. He's out of the arena, that must be it. He is done. What was this? He's getting back up. Oh, and another one to the back of the head. Oh my god, that's illegal. He might be dead. He definitely has a concussion, and there could be some brain damage. That was tough to watch. To be honest, I'm not sure who is who. They look absolutely identical. But whoever that was that won, good job. On to the next fight. We have a new fighter, the Berserker, versus the Halberdiers. The Berserker is a new addition to the HalfSword Championship, wielding a gargantuan blade. He's covering it in front of his eyes, very edgy. He thinks he's going to clean through the competition. He's been training since birth for this opportunity. And we have the three Halberdiers. They're desperate to stay ranked. They're holding a grudge against the Dark Knight since their brutal loss to them. Let's see what happens here. I can't wait to see this massive blade swing. Struggling to move it, they're finding they're going all sides of him, and he's done. Just like that. He has been training since birth, I remind you. And in just a few seconds, he's done. Into the next fight, we have the Halberdiers versus the Veterans. And the Halberdiers, after that last match, they came round to me and they asked, please, that wasn't a fight. We need an actual fight. We're here to prove ourselves. And here they are, still running off that high of that easy win last time round. And they think the Veterans are old and washed. They have nothing to offer the HalfSword Championship. They have so much experience, their combined age is in the hundreds, plural. So let's see how it goes. And that big bald spot has always been a weakness for the Veterans in the HalfSword Championship so far. That big, reflective, bright spot on the top of their head. Let's see if the same happens this time. Now, one of the Veterans seems to have run off. Can't see him here. We've got 3 of the Halberdiers, 2-on-1 and then a 1-on-1. And this Veteran here seems to be getting battered. He's got blood all over the side of his head. He's struggling. The range is a massive issue here. They're just jabbing forward, keeping them at range. And what's that in the back? It's going to rebound that great swing down. He finds that big bald spot on the top of his head. He presses the magic button and down goes the Veteran. Now there is 3-on-1. Still no idea where the 3rd Veteran is. And this guy he has no chance. He cannot get in close. The distance control by the Halberdiers has been great here. You can see why they were so desperate to get another fight in, because they have so much to show. They seem to have improved significantly since their last fight, and there he is. There's a bit, he's given up. Without taking a single hit, without giving a single hit, one of the Veterans has given up. Gotta say, this might be one of the most embarrassing performances. It's not over yet, so let me not speak too soon. This last one is putting up a solid fight. He's staying in this. He is still holding on despite his brother giving up with no fight at all. He is swinging for the hills, just trying to find something. I don't think it's going to be enough. He's looking all over the place. He's bloodied. He's just getting battered. The bruises are going to be nasty tomorrow morning. He's spinning around. This is tough to watch. He's held up close. This is where he could do something in close range. If he ties up with one of the Halberdiers, he could find a sweet spot. Oh, top of the head. That's tough. Now that is tough. And there's the last Veteran in the corner. I really think before their next fight, if they have a next fight, they need a change of personnel, because that guy cannot stay in. And here we have, returning, the Pokey Blinders versus the Swordsman. Not the Swordsmen, the Swordsman, a single swordsman. Here they are, the Pokey Blinders, an instant fan favourite. They drank the tavern dry after their first win. They spent all of their winnings in that one tavern. And on the other side, we have the Swordsman, who thinks this will be easy. And as you can imagine, he trains with the Swordsmen. I think he was just shy of being invited to join them as their group in the HalfSword Championship. He runs forward, takes one down instantly. Tags another, a few are wounded now, another hit to the face, a leg is gone. That's 3 down already. Can they get in close? One of them's grabbed him, it could be it, he trips over a body. I don't think they can get close enough, the swings are just too fast, another to the head, 2 of them are down, there's only 1 left. He's reaching out of that hand, but I don't think he's going to find anything with it. And a great hit to the face. He is down the Pokey blinders. Eliminated all of them in quick succession. Wow. Well played by the Swordsman. And speaking of Swordsmen, we have the Juiced Up Swordsman versus the Juiced Up Axemen brothers. Now, they've taken some time off from the HalfSword Championship, only performing in the FarmAxe Alliance, but they are back and they have been juicing. Look at the size of them. And of course, the Swordsmen, the first to try the juice, and they have recently relapsed on the Baron's secret juice. Just because they prefer fighting on it, they think this is better. And maybe, if more fighters start juicing, we'll have a separate category for the juiced up fighters, because look at the size of these guys. It's not fair to have them fight anybody else. And one leg is gone from the Axeman already. 2, 3, 4 down. There's only one left and he's down too. The Swordsman just ripped through them. One of the Swordsmen did go down, you can see on the left there, but wow, that was, what was that, 10-15 seconds and all of them gone. Incredible work from the juiced up Swordsman. Next fight we have the FarmAxe Alliance versus the Plancon Triplets. Yes, they've added another to the Plancon. They found their long lost brother. But first on this side we have the absolute army that is the FarmAxe Alliance. And they did take a massive loss to the Baron. He tore through all of them. Let's see if they can do anything against the Plancon Triplets over here. They're debuting their forgotten third sibling. He approached him in a tavern recently after seeing their fight and said, "Hey, we look very similar. I think we might be related." The rest is history, and here they are hoping to do something big today. They're trying to reverse their recent losing streak. They're going to need some big moves to take out the FarmAxe Alliance. Look at how many of them there are. And they're just surrounding them. There's enough of them that they can surround each one, and that's one Plancon twin down in the far corner there. There's only 2 left. They're backing up into the corner. Maybe a good idea. Make sure no one can come up behind them, but that one's just moved too far out, and I think he's going to get caught in a second here. The farmers swinging their scythes. They have such great reach with that. Now they're slowly getting a few of the FarmAxe Alliance down, but they need to really pick up the pace here. This one is getting swarmed in the left. This is not looking good. No one's landed a killing blow yet, but it's only going to be a matter of time. And his other Plancon twin brother is standing all the way over there looking at a downed man who's already given up. He needs to get into the fight and help his brother as soon as possible. That's one down. It looked like they were doing so well in the corner, but finally one of the Axemen got a good swing through, and now it's just one Plancon twin left against what looks like 5, but there's 4 farmers left. So it seems only the Axemen have been dropping. The farmers really on a great roll today here. Gets a good jab in. Swing to the side of the Axeman there. It looks like one of his arms are damaged. He's one-handing it now and he's going down. That was a slow build up to the fall there. He got a hit and just thought he could take it. Tried to keep going on, but he couldn't. His body just gave out on him. In the next fight, we have the Men-at-Arms versus the Juiced Up Swordsman. They were here in the stands watching the Juiced Up Swordsman fight the Juiced Up Axemen earlier. And they came to me after the fight and they said, "The Dark Knights fought them, the Baron fought them. It is our time to fight them. We need to prove our legitimacy among the greats of the sport." And here they are, hoping to do as the Baron did and put them away. And these Juiced Up Swordsmen, look at the size difference. Look at the speed difference. Oh, a massive hit to the head. One of the Men-at-Arms is wobbled so quickly, and another one wobbled. Look at the head shaking. He's dropped his polearm, pulls out the sword. That might be a better option against these guys. If you can get a clean cut, it's done, but with a polearm, you barely even have a reach advantage still. He's throwing kicks. He's trying to get in close. I wouldn't half-sword it personally. These guys are just so big. They're so strong. One of the Men-at-Arms is stuck in the corner there. Looks like he might be getting pressed up against it with the strength of the... His hand's gone! Cut his hand clean off, but he's still fighting! What is this adrenaline? The juice really does insane things. His hand is gone. It looks like he's out of the fight now. But he was holding on for so long after his hand had been taken off. That's insane. Oh, massive hit there. It looks like he just cleans right through the armor. He swings and the force behind it is so strong that he takes down the man-at-arms despite hitting armor. And this guy's just going ballistic, swinging and swinging. And look how the head rocks when he lands. That is crazy. That was a disgusting blow to put him down, and there's only one left who was standing, staring at the juiced up swordsman who was already out, and he just gets manhandled. He gets absolutely put down onto his knees, and that fight is over. The juiced up swordsman with an insane showing. The only non-juiced fighter to beat them is the Baron. And speaking of the Baron, he is fighting the veterans. With a record of 5-2 versus the veterans, who are now 0-2. But I did hear some rumblings and it looks like they have replaced some fighters. And that fighter that had given up without doing any work in the last fight is gone, with no big surprise there. He was definitely not fit to fight in the HalfSword Championship. So considering their new addition, do we think they can do anything to the Baron? He's going to pull out his sword very fast here. And all he needs to do is tap that big shiny head of the veterans and they will drop like flies. If you've made it this far into the video, why don't you just go ahead and subscribe? It costs you nothing, takes 1 second, and it'll make me a very happy man. I appreciate it so much. But with their maces, maybe they can put down the Baron if they land enough good hits. And with the shield they might be able to... Oh, that's one already! That's exactly what I'm talking about, a great swing round by the Baron, and he just takes him down, taps him on the head, and that's all you need. One of the remaining veterans drops his shield. I wouldn't think that's a good idea considering how accurate and strong... Oh my god! That's exactly what I'm talking about! Just gets his sword on the side and then pulls all the way through and just ruins that veteran. I guess he doesn't have to worry about his head being bald anymore, but... And that's the last one gone as well. That is it, an incredibly clean performance from the Baron there. That is very impressive. And up next, we have the main event of the evening. We have the Men-at-Arms versus the Dark Knights. The Dark Knights, who have the best record in the HalfSword Championship. And they believe the Men-at-Arms are luck merchants. They get more lucky than they do actually deserve their wins. And here are the Men-at-Arms. They're on a 3-fight win streak. And if you remember, the Men-at-Arms actually beat the Dark Knights previously. And we offered the Dark Knights before this fight. We said if you have someone who can take up the arms and fight with you to make this a fair fight, a 3-on-3, by all means go for it. And they turned around and they said, we do not need it. We will beat these guys as we lost to them before, 2-on-3. We can do it, they just got lucky. And let's see how true that was. The polearm of the Men-at-Arms stuck here, these two are staring at each other. The Dark Knight turns around, freeing that polearm. And this is the issue of the 2-on-3, there's just always one behind one of the Dark Knights. It is very difficult for them to get a fair fight and they're going to have to put in some work. One of them is always in a 2v1. It's very difficult to get out of that early. The Dark Knight, he looked like he dropped for a second there. He dropped to his knees but got back up quickly. There's 2-on-1 over here. He looks like he's stumbling a bit. The shield is gone. He's just two-handing that axe now. Oh, he looks a bit all over the place. He's up against the side and his polearm's stuck. His polearm has gotten stuck in the fence. This is the second time this has happened recently. That's insane. And he's not going to get it out of there. I don't think he even knows how to get it out. And one's down. That is crazy. The Dark Knight takes advantage of his friend being stuck in the fence and puts one down. Now it's a 2-on-2. And with his polearm stuck in the fence, surely he can take him down, but he turns away. Is this an act of honor, allowing him to free himself for a fair fight? I'm not sure. But here we go to the other side, the Dark Knight versus a Man-at-Arms over here. And they are locked in an intense duel. It looks like the other man-at-arms has freed his weapon and now they are fighting in the 1v1. Dark Knight may be getting a bit confused. He's wobbled! That was a big hit there and this Dark Knight is wobbled. He almost fell. He looks like he was doing a limbo for a second there. How far he went back. But he seems to have recovered fully and he's back in this fight. The man-at-arms trampling over the body of his fallen compatriot there. These two are swinging at each other. Absolutely swinging for the hills. I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of any of those. Another big hit to the head. He's wobbled again. The Dark Knights have taken quite a few hits to the head here, but they're staying up on their feet. Up against the fence again. They're swinging back and forth, but no one finding a way through the armor yet. One of the Dark Knights have pulled out their sword. No shields left. Both of these guys half-swording, just trying to swing at each other. This feels like a grudge match. These guys are just wailing at each other's head and oh, what is that? Looked like he discovered fire there for a second. I'm not sure where he managed to lodge the axe into, but it created an insane amount of sparks and one of the men-at-arms is down. We only have one man-at-arms left. Are they going to be losing their belt here today? One grappling up. I guess leaving it open for his brother to take the hit, but it looks like his brother has left it to a 1v1. Looks like he just wants to go and talk shit to the other man-at-arms over there. So here we have a 1v1. The other Dark Knight very honourably leaving it up to his brother to deal with the fight and finishes for them. It's very risky though, the man-at-arms. They always manage to get some lucky hits in. They've found some insane gaps in armour before. I'd never put it past them to finish this fight and they are holding onto the belt. I know for a fact they do not want to lose it like this to these guys. Especially after losing to the juiced up swordsman. He's down! He's fallen over! He manages to get back up. The Dark Knight doesn't capitalize on it properly. He gets back up. He's still a bit wobbly though. It looks like he's hopping all over the place. He's definitely not recovered fully. The Dark Knight just putting his weight into him, pressing forward, keeping the pressure on. That's exactly what he needs to do. He needs to keep the pace of this high to make sure the man-at-arms does not recover. And he's swinging him around. It really feels like the Dark Knights have had a big strength advantage in this fight. I don't know, maybe the man-at-arms haven't fully recovered from their loss to the swordsman earlier. The Dark Knight gets him in the corner, he's just swinging away, gets his sword in somewhere under the armpit maybe. It didn't seem to do enough damage to keep him down. And now it's been reversed, the Dark Knight is in the corner, you see some sparks coming out there. A great hit onto the foot of the Dark Knight there, he looks like he's still up, but he was stumbling around for a moment. Both sides now appear to be limping, both sides hurt greatly. And I just can't believe the Dark Knight's brother has not come in to help him finish this fight. I didn't expect to see such honour from them in this fight. This is multiple times now. They have displayed great amounts of honour. This Dark Knight is almost on his knees fighting. I mean, both of them are. Locked up in this exchange, both of them are crouching down low. Both of them very injured on the lower half. Looks like they're locked in here, they're stuck. The Dark Knight is pressing him forward, pushing him back up against that fence. The polearm seems to be lodged somewhere in the Dark Knight's armour, either under his armpit or stuck in one of the plates. And the Dark Knight for his part just is holding on with his sword there, keeping the man-at-arms weapon stuck in between. It looks like it's stuck in his shoulder plate actually. This is insane, this is going on for so long. They're just locked in, staring at each other. Neither making a move to remove the weapon and free themselves from the other. And this poor man-at-arms on the left here is just begging, do this away from me, go on the other side. I've already given up. He's getting crushed against the fence by his brother there. And the reversal and the Dark Knight gets out, he moves away. And they are freed and the fight continues. Continue with the grappling, very close range. Surprised the men-at-arms aren't trying to make use of their range here. In the entire fight it looks like they haven't really done so. The other Dark Knight looks like he's surrendered. That's very interesting from him. I assumed he was just going to wait, and if this Dark Knight went down then he would come in and finish the job, but it looks like he's saying, if you can't do this, brother, we're not going to win. We must both survive for this to be a victory. Very unique event. I've never seen this happen before. It's definitely not happened in the HalfSword Championship. A very strange and unique championship fight we have here today. The Dark Knight still pressing forward, keeping that pressure up, maintaining it, as he has done this entire fight. Just swinging in HalfSword against him. Oh, he's stumbling there. And the Dark Knight pressing on him, pushing him down of his weight. This is an absolute battle of endurance. He's up against the face there. Hits him well to the chin. The men-at-arms stumbles, but he's okay. And they're locked in again in a grapple. This is an incredibly long 1v1. These two guys just showing off how skilled they are, how strong their armor is, and how much endurance they have. Just the stamina to fight at this intensity, this pace, for this long. It's incredible. There are no rounds in the HalfSword Championship. It is just fight until one of you goes down. Has he found underneath the armpit there? I think he's managed to find the gap underneath the armpit, and the Dark Knight finally puts him down. Your new champions, the Dark Knights. Thank you guys for watching HalfSword Championship 10. It's been so much fun putting this together for you. If you like these videos, please subscribe, like, leave a comment. There's so much more coming to the channel. Thank you.